Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to my Twitch stream. I hope you're all having a wonderful, magical day. Welcome to my digital art desk, where we have mic only. This is an upgrade from Quiet Cam, where I'm really too focused to chat too much. I wanted to try, since I'm going to be doing some Kickstarter graphics today, and if we have time, bagging and tagging some prints on my art table, I thought might try having just mic on for today and see how it goes. So, welcome. My name is Heather R. Hitchman. For those of you who don't know me, I am a fantasy illustrator and world builder creating the paranormal fairy tale realm of Terratoff. You can find out more about me on all of the links below. On Fridays, I do art and live chat, so that means that I will be on camera talking to you and we'll be watching pre-recorded art that I've made. So, what are we doing today? Well, today, first we're going to say hello to Little Miss Pterodactyl. Hey, Taryn, how are you? Welcome, welcome. So nice to see you. How's everything over in sunny California? It's been really rainy today here in Florida, which makes me sad because I accidentally overwatered one of my ivies, and I'm trying to get her to dry out a little bit so she stops being mad at me, but it's been like rainy and shadowy, so the sun's not out, and my poor plant is like, I want to dry out a bit, mommy, but I can't. So yeah, that's what I've been dealing with. It's cool enough to wear pants today. Oh my goodness. I wear pants no matter what, even if it's really hot. Well, technically they're leggings, but and hello to Sammy Drac. Welcome. How are you doing today? I'm listening to a playlist in my headphones to try to get into the Christmas mood, but I don't like this one. Let's skip ahead. How'd I do that? Okay. There we go. It was too jovial. Taryn says, poor Ivy. I put our plants outside when we can and hope they don't get scorched by the sun. Yeah, it must be really, really sunny there. It's usually really sunny here, but not the past couple of days. The sun's been out to get me. I hope you're doing really good, Sammy Drac, and everybody else that's in the chat. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Today I'm going to be working on some graphics for my upcoming Kickstarter in a few, weeks, less than a few weeks. My Kickstarter for my enamel pins for the holidays is going to go live. Let me show you guys if you didn't catch the last stream. So you can see, well, this is an old one. I don't want you to see the old one. I want you to see the new one. What it's actually going to look like. Nope, that's a Halloween thing. Here we go. So I'm doing a Kickstarter for these two pins for the holidays. I know we're still celebrating Halloween, but, you know, you got to get this stuff done ahead of time so it's ready to go on November 1st when it's the appropriate time to feel those Christmas vibes. So I have to think about it a little bit ahead of time, even though I'm still really enjoying the Halloween season. I hope you guys are as well. So I have to make some graphics for the Kickstarter. Otherwise, it would look really plain and boring. So that's what I'm going to be working on today. Sit back and relax and watch. Ask questions. Chat away. I'm here to chit chat. Alright, this playlist I have is too exciting. Like, I'm listening to a play mix in my earbuds, so that I can still listen to, I can still have the audio go on YouTube later, so I don't have any copyright issues with the music. And the music is just like very, very jovial. It's too distracting. I'm going to put my Skyrim playlist back on. It's less distracting. Alright, so first things first, I got a list of stuff I got to do. First, we've got 11 tiers. I got to make art for that, which won't be too bad because once I've got like the art done, it's mostly just like changing the text for it. Then I've got the following images. I gotta make a Terratoff holiday logo. So this is kind of like an example. This is the Halloween logo that I use for all the Terratoff Halloween stuff that we got going on. So I kind of have to make a holiday version of that. I have to make like a page break that's in like a holiday theme. I have to make some banners that say like about the campaign, rewards, about the artist, some sort of background banner, and the art for the postcard that the pins are going to be on. So yeah, hopefully that won't take too long. We'll see. Ms. Pterodactyl says, technical question. Are you streaming and using Photoshop at the same time? How do you keep it from lagging? I am using Photoshop and OBS at the same time. It is going to lag at least a little bit, but I'm prepared to deal with that. I'm going to try to mitigate it by not having too many other things open at the same time. So I'm going to go ahead and close this right now, but you know, we'll see how it goes. It's going to lag a little bit, but I'm willing to put up with it. Thanks for those smiley faces, Sammy. All right, so first things first on the list, I want to do like a holiday version of this logo. So let's open up a new file. There we go. All right, so now I'm just going to drag and drop my elements into this new file that I made because I like to kind of just like cut and paste the stuff together. All right, this is the font that I picked that looked closest to what I've used before. So I'm going to drag that font in, and then I might want to use some of those letters too. Last time when I made this font, or I made this logo, I sketched it out, and then I brought it into Photoshop and traced it. But it was based off of a font that I had seen elsewhere, but I adjusted it. So whenever I need to make an alteration to this, I kind of start off with this font. This is the, can you guys see it? E780 black letter font. And you can see when you compare it to the Trick or Treat one, it has been edited. So I'm going to reuse the letters that I can reuse, and I'm going to make the new letters that I need from this font. So that's the plan for this first part, and this is gonna, once we get this logo done, it's gonna actually help me out a lot because that'll be like the first piece of the puzzle is completed. Now the next thing I have to consider is, what do I actually want this logo to say? So for Halloween I did Trick or Treat, and that was pretty easy because it's quick, it's short, it doesn't have too many letters, all things considered, and also it allowed me to use this Terratoff tee that I made for the logo and keep it on brand. However, some of the more generic holiday greetings do not feature a tee. So I had to like look up a list of holiday greetings and make a list. My favorites were, and I tried to pay special attention to ones that I could use a T either at the beginning of the word or somewhere in the middle, so I could use this tree. So my options were holiday tidings or glad tidings, season greetings, or 'tis the season. And so far my two favorites are seasons greetings and 'tis the season. I'm not sure which one I want to go with. font I used. There we go. Okay, so now we've got our 'Tis the Season beautiful letters. Now we're gonna make them look nice and fancy like we did with the Halloween one. So we're gonna add some special layer treatments to make it nice and poppy and three-dimensional like that. Miss Pterodactyl says, ha ha ha, lurking, happy to be here with you while I type up my emails. You can type and listen to somebody else talk. I cannot do that. Like, if I can't even listen to music with lyrics in it and talk very effectively. Like, my brain just does not work that way. I don't understand. How do you do that magic? Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take that layer, that folder that has all these letters in it, I'm going to duplicate it and flatten it. And I'm going to do a little wandy trick to make sure I don't have anything that I don't want showing up. So I just did a little select to make sure that everything I want erased is erased, and as you can see, it isn't all erased. So another little trick I can do is put on the stroke, and the stroke will show me all the stuff that should have been erased but wasn't, so I can actually go in and finish erasing everything that didn't fully get erased, because if you leave this stuff, it's gonna mess with all of the fun filters and like layer effects you're gonna do to it. So you want to make sure that it's as clean as possible. I'm not sure why it wasn't clean the first time. Maybe it was the brush I chose had like a feathered edge to it or something, and that left some junk behind. I'm just going to take our little eraser and tidy it up. Anything else we missed? Yeah, this H has got a little bit of dookie attached to it. Let's clean that up. Alright. There, nice and clean. Okay, now I'm actually just going to go ahead and bring back my Trick or Treat one because I really like the layer effects on it. So I'm going to go ahead and just like copy them over. Perfect. It's perfect, darling. Such a holiday fun time for us. Yes. Alright, save. It's good. Done. We did our 'Tis the Season Terratoff icon that will be used for years to come with all of my Christmas dealings. How beautiful. You can go ahead and highlight that off the list. Boom. Nice. Okay. So. Now, I do need to make it so that I can use it as a standalone graphic as well, so I'm going to do an alternate version that's not meant to be on top of black. So we have two different versions. We have one that looks better against a dark background, and we have one that can kind of stand on its own better on just like a light background. But I feel like it looks better against a dark background just because the letters are so fanciful and like the effects that we've got going on it. I just feel like it looks nice that way. It kind of gives me that like old English scroll vibe. So I'm going to try to stick with that kind of color scheme if I can. Try to avoid using the lighter one, but we have it available if we need to. So there we go. We got the holiday logo done. 2 versions. Great. Now what we need to do, let's go ahead and do the holiday card, since that's going to need this on it, so I can make sure it works. Let me go ahead and find that file. Okay, so this is what my original pin board looks like. It's just a regular business card size. And I didn't have it done 2 sides. I just did 1 side, so it would be easier to deal with. This is what it looks like, all nice and done with the pin in it. Very pretty. So you want to leave some room in the center for your pin to sit. So you want to make sure that there's like a nice little hole in there for your pin to go. This is my fairy enamel pin, the Lisianthus Fae. You can get these in my Etsy store right now. They are waiting for you to adopt them. Don't they look so pretty? And I got this layout with the sizing and everything from, what is the website called? Print Runner. That was it. So if you go to like a printing website, they'll send you like a grid like this, a template that you can use that has the size and like the marks, so you know like what the safe zone is, the trim. These are all words you might not be familiar with if you've never done anything that's graphic design related before, but it's really important to know if you're going to print anything with your artwork on it to know what these terms mean, because there's nothing worse than spending a lot of time making a really beautiful art only to have parts of it that you did not intend to be cut off by the printer. And it's happened to me, and it's always like really disappointing. So let's go over really quick what these lines mean. So the business card that I'm printing on is 3.5 by 2 inches, but this layout is actually bigger. It's 2.25 by 3.75, so it's a 1/4 inch bigger all around. Why did they did that? Why did they do that? Well, the reason why printers do that is because when they make this stuff, they're going to cut it, and they need to have that extra trim available so that when they cut, they don't their machines aren't always going to be able to get like right on the line. So by having a trim, it makes it so every cut is seamless because they're trimming off a piece of the art that's meant to be cut off. And that way you don't have any white edges, and it's just a seamless design all the way to the edge, like in my pin here. Let me bring it back up again so you can see. Like, the art goes right up to the edge. There's no white line, and it all looks very pretty, and like it's right like off to the edge of the paper. If I hadn't done that, I would have had like a white line all the way around the edge. Now sometimes these printers, if you don't do it correctly, they'll fix it for you, but you gotta understand that they're like producing like hundreds and hundreds of orders probably every day, so they're not going to take the time to make it look just the way that you want it. They're going to go with the easiest possible solution. So like for me, they just like copied and pasted these flowers and pushed them out to the edge, which meant I had like overlapping flowers, which looked terrible. So I went in and I edited it myself. So make sure that, you know, you keep that in mind. So what we got? We got the safe zone. So this is anything that's important stuff that you do not want to be cut off whatsoever. So anything that's like text, any kind of information, if it's inside of this inner square, then it's safe. Like it's not going to get cut off unless they royally screw up. Then we have the border, or the bleed, sometimes it's called, and this is the minimum border that you need that is actually to the actual edge of the page. So this line here represents where the 3.5 by 2.5, or sorry, the 3.5 by 2 measurement comes off. So this probably won't, this area here probably won't be cut off, but it might be. So it's wise to not put anything off to this edge because it's really close to where the cutting is going to be, and there's a chance that it can be cut off. So you shouldn't put any important information here either, but you do want to have like some sort of image to fill it so that when it's cut, it's not got any white spots visible. And then last we have the trim. This is where that extra 1/4 inch comes. That's all the way around. This is what's intended to be cut off. So this is like your junk, your extra stuff that is just going to be cut off, but it's there to make sure that your edges are not white, and so that when they cut, they don't have to be super precise about it, and they can do it quickly and do the production as efficiently as possible. So that's a little background of why I did the design like this. There. All right. I like that backing card. That backing card is a winner. Okay. So we've done that. Got the backing card done. Very important piece of the puzzle because we want to show that off. Why did I think I could get this all done in one day? I don't know. Now I need to do a Terratoff vine. This is the one I typically use, but it's not very holiday-y. So let's make it festive, shall we? And I think actually now it looks kind of bridal. Oh my goodness, I can't win with this. Maybe the berries were not such a great idea. But it's the berries of the thing, so it will look good. But now I'm wondering if I should have put berries on the other thing. On the card. Now I'm wondering if the berries should have gone there. Ah. Because these two, as pretty as this is, I don't feel like it goes with that. I feel like these things go together in a way. I might have to... Now I'm thinking about changing it. Let me see something. Okay, so this is what we have now. Let's look at the before and after. Alright, so this was the before, my first ideation of this, and this is the after. Everything's in my way. We're working on Kickstarter art for my Kickstarter for my holiday pins that's going to happen on November 1st. So this is what we had before. It was nice, but those snowflakes were not really in keeping with the rest of the theme. And now we have the left, which I feel like still has that kind of like dark Christmassy vibe to it, but it's going to match the pins that we have nicer. So what do you guys think? Before or after? I hope you guys all say after because I'm not going to change it back. All right, back to this thing. We were working on this and somehow we went back to that. So now we're back to this. I think as cool as the berries are, they're just too... They're too, like, springy, out of context. They just look like a spring thing. You do like the blue? Thank you. Maybe I'll just do snowflakes. But no, the snowflakes are white and the background's going to be white, so that's not going to work. Damn. Adventure says, these are adorable. Thank you so much, guys, for all the encouragement. Today we made the "'Tis the Season" logo out of my regular Terratoff logo, so I could have something seasonal specific, and I did the backing card. We just got done with this kind of, what would you call it, a banner, like a page break to break up the different sections of the campaign. And so I'm going to finish those up and then start making the art for the actual reward tiers. So I guess we're going to do that, since now I have like a big party. I can't leave you guys. I have to entertain you. I can't just leave you guys all alone. So what do we need to do? So we have the campaign banner. That's nice. And one thing I wanted to talk to you a little bit about was when I was making this art, all of these components for these pieces of the campaign are elements of the actual pin design. So these snowflakes in the back here, they're the snowflakes that are on the pins. And I went with blue because it actually looks really pretty on the limited edition alternate color design. So this color, excuse me, this is going to be the limited edition. And the open edition has a solid gold background. This is all going to be metal, and the snowflakes are going to be screen printed on. And the limited editions are going to have blue with glitter in the snowflakes and glitter in certain areas. So like her bells and her horn are going to be glitter, and it's going to be really pretty. So I was trying to come up with a design for the branding that would kind of go along with everything, but also not be like too holiday specific, because we don't necessarily want it to be just Christmas. We want to celebrate all of the holidays. Yes. Rewards. I love this font. It's so pretty. It's like pretty easy to read, but still whimsical. Okay, so we have to do the actual art for the reward tiers. Guys, I did it all. Can you believe it? I actually did all of them. I did everything on my list. Let me just make sure. I need to double check my list. Okay. Images. The size. Okay. I can't believe I got all of that done. Oh, I didn't get to take care of the prints tonight, but I can do that tomorrow now because this is done. It took all day. It took 6 hours almost, but I got them all done and they're gonna be ready to go for Kickstarter. So I'm gonna just save my work and sleep on it to make sure that I still like it in the morning, because sometimes I'll wake up and I'll be like, what did I do? This is awful. And I still got emails to check and things. Oh, guys, that was quite a work session, but we got a lot done. We got the 'Tis the Season logo done. We got this backing card done. We got banners made, and we got all of the tier artwork for the Kickstarter as well. I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and for, you know, spending your evening. I see David Peterson is streaming right now, I think. Is he back on? If he is, then we can go and give him a little raid. You guys can go back to where you were earlier. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. It was really great getting to work alongside with you. Don't forget to check out all of my links below so that you can follow along with what is happening with Terratoff and all of my artwork. If you are interested in these pins, follow me on social media or sign up for my mailing list, which you can find on my Instagram, and you'll get a notification or an email as soon as this Kickstarter goes live, and it's going to be awesome. I'm really hyped for it, and I think it's going to be a really good time. So thanks guys for joining me. Let's go give David Peterson a raid since he was so kind to raid me earlier. I don't know if it's safe. I've eaten a hot dog like this all the time. Maybe your stomach is made of steel.
Do you want me to cook you another one for a minute? So that way it just wrinkles?
How long should I put this hot dog in the microwave? The chat is silent. They don't even know. We've all been eating contaminated microwaves. They are technically not raw, says Vern. Well, I guess not. But the purple, like, out of context, it looked too springy. So I think it was Crank that suggested blue, and I really like the blue. It doesn't matter that they're not technically sugar plums anymore. Who cares? They look nice. That's all that matters. Aesthetic.